Hello, welcome to lecture 13. So today we are going to talk about statistics. This is mathematics for class 9 based on NCERT syllabus. My name is Sangam Banerjee and my details are given below. So what is statistics? Information in the form of facts, numerical figures, tables, graph, etc. collected with a definite purpose are called data. Data is the plural form of a Latin word datum. Okay, extraction of meaningful information from the data is called the statistics. Statistics deals with collection of data, organizing the data, analysis and interpretation of data. Data collected primarily by the investigator is called the primary data, and when the data is collected or gathered from secondary other sources is called the secondary data. Presentation of data you present in a tabular form or in a graphical representation. In a graphical representation, you have bar graph, then you have a histogram, and then you have frequency polygon. We will deal all this in the next few slides. So what is tabular form? Suppose I am taking this example from your book only. The relative humidity in percentage of certain city for a month of 30 days was as follows. So these are the data taken. Okay, relative humidity 98.1%, very humid, 98.9, 99.2 and so on. And what is the question asked? Construct a group frequency distribution table with class says 84 to 86. So you from 84 to 86, you collect the data which lies between this, then 86 to 88, etc. Which month or season do you think this data is about? Of course, you know, very high humid, so it will be rainy season. And what is the range of this data? What is the range of this? That is the minimum value. Okay, you take the minimum value and the maximum value, subtract both, you get the range. Okay, so let us do it. So this is a tabular form. Again, I have taken it from data and I have added this less than 86 because if it is 86, you put it in this. So between 84 to 86, there are one data point, frequency is 1. Similarly, here is 1. From 88 to 90, you can see here, okay, you have a 2 data point, okay. As the humidity percent increase, you see the frequency also increases, okay, 98 to 100, of course it doesn't go so high, okay. So and the total number of data, suppose this frequency 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2, if you add it, you get 30. So this is you have represented in a tabular form. The data appears to be taking rainy season, relative humidity is high, okay. And what is the range of this data? Range is, as I said, 99.2 may be the maximum here. Just look into it, and 84.9 is the lowest. So you subtract this. This 14.3 is the range, okay, of the humidity. So now we go for graphic representation. So this is a bar graph. You see here I have drawn several bars here, and this is the month of the birth. And if you have, say, number of students, say some number of students are there. So how do you get the number of students? You add all these numbers. So you will get the total number of students in the class. And in the month of January, 3 students' birthday falls. In month of February, 4 students. So this is how you can represent the data in a bar graph. Or suppose you have expenditure, you do not know where to put which, it is randomly taken. Grocery, this is the expenditure in 1,000 rupees, 4,000 rupees. Rent, you have paid 5,000 rupees. So this is how you represent the bar graph. But here you see this bar, here as it is systematically arranged, here it is not so systematically arranged, okay. So this is taken very randomly. Medicine could have been here, education could have been. It's not that the bigger one you take first and the smaller one, okay. And these are the different heads, means different heads of expenditure: grocery, rent, education in x-axis, and y-axis is expenditure. Okay, here it was number of students. This is a frequency. You can have bar chart like you can have male, female students. So here you can put, you know, this is called multiple bar chart. This is say for female, this is for male. So suppose you have team, okay, team 1, team 2, team 3. So what is the distribution? So you can make out the distribution of male and female from this bar chart. Or you can also have, say suppose you have a sales, but this is also called a stack bar chart. So this is in the central region of the country, this is eastern region or southern region or west region. And say this is the sales, furniture, office supplies, technology. So what is this sales in this three category I can stack in the central region or in the eastern zone. This is the thing, the southern zone or western zone. So these are called the stack bar, just to pictorially see and understand what is really happening. Okay. So histogram, now we come to another graphical representation called histogram, and histogram is very useful for analyzing the data, and you can quantify some this data as mean or median or mode. So this is a marks obtained by the student, say 0 to 20, 20 to 30. This is, I call it, this 62. So these are the different classes. Okay, and we call these as class interval. Here 2 class interval has been merged. Here 3 class interval has been merged. So if this frequency is 7, since it is 2 classes are merged, then you cannot write 7 here and draw here. Then it will be wrongly represented. Since 2 are merged, so you have to divide by 2, that is 3.5. And if 3 classes are merged here, like 70 to 100, it should be 70 to 80, then 80 to 90, 90. So 3 classes. So now 8 divided by 3. So it is 2.67. So you have to mark here. And other things are, of course, here like 20 to 30, frequency is 10, then 10, then 10. Okay. And then here is 20. So it goes to 20, then again 20, then 15. And this is the width of the class, as I said. This is 2 are merged, 20, and this is 3 of them are merged, so it's 30. So this is how you represent. We will see from this histogram how you find mean, median, and mode also, and what is it. I will tell you in the next few slides. So frequency polygon. So instead of histogram, I take a center point of middle of each classes. Okay, and I can draw a polygon, means like I join these two and extend it here. So when you draw like this, if you draw this kind of thing, so this area and this area will be same. So if you subtract it, this comes under this polygon, same area. So you don't lose any area. And then this area and this area is, so if you subtract this area from this histogram, so this comes here. So you don't lose. So area under this histogram is same as the area under this polygon. So area, knowing area under the histogram is also important. We will come to it slowly. Okay, what does it mean? And class mark is nothing but, this is upper limit of a class. Say this is upper limit of this class F. Okay, plus lower limit. So if you add these two and divide by 2, you get here. Okay, so these are the class marks. This G, H, I, these are all the things. And that is the midpoint of the class interval are called class marks. So frequency polygon can also be drawn independently without drawing. You need not have to draw this histogram. You simply can draw like this. Okay, these are all the class mark. You take it. Okay, whatever point you get, and you join them, and you get a frequency polygon. So this is y-axis is frequency, and this is the mark range, say 0 to 10, 11 to 20 mark for students. Okay, what we were taking here. You see here we have taken equal. The range of these classes are same, and here you see 81 to 90, 91 to 100. So all these class intervals are 10. Okay. So now let us find or define or understand what is mean, the median, and the mode from this data which you have collected. Either you have plotted in a bar graph or a histogram or a frequency. Okay. So let us take an example again. This is from your book. Mary and Hari had 5 questions, each carrying 10 marks. Their scores were as follows. See, this question number 1 in the test, question number 1, question number 2, 3, 4, 5. In question number 1, Mary scored 10. In question number 2, 8, and so on. And similarly, Hari's scores are given here. So total score is 42 for Mary, and total score for Hari is 41. So Mary's average score will be 42 divided by 5, that is 8.4. And Hari's average score is 41 by 5, that is 8.1. So now you will say, okay, Mary has scored better, but it may not be true. So what Hari did is he says no, may not be true. So Hari arranged both their scores in ascending order. So he arranged it in ascending order. Then he says no, my median is the middle one. This is the medial data. Suppose if you have say here it is odd number, so you have 2 here, but if suppose there are even numbers, then you take this middle one and divide by 2, so that will be your median. Okay, and the mode here, you see here mode, she gets 2 times 8, so that is the maximum frequency, so he writes mode is 8. And for Hari he says, see, my median is 10 and I have a mode, this 10 I have got many times. So my mode is also large, my median is also large, both are 10. So he claims that he has performed better. Okay. So Hari claimed that his median, the middle score, and mode, the most often score, is higher than Mary's. So who performed better? Okay, so that you should think about it. This Mary's total score was 10 plus 8. That's what we have taken from table. And this the mean value I can write as sum of all of them divided by a number of terms. Okay, so I can represent as this as I call it some variable x of I. I goes from 1 to n. N means here it is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5. So divided by n. Okay. So xi is, these are the elements. x1 is 10, x2 is 8, x3 is 9. This is for Mary's. Similarly for Hari's, x1 is 4. So you can add it. This is a short form of writing this sum of all observation. And suppose if you can write same thing, you can club these 2 8s and 3 10s, you can club it. And then these are called the frequencies. Okay. So I add all this frequency is nothing but number of times 10 comes. So I can write also this as this sum as this frequency times xi times number of frequency. So number of frequency 1 plus 1 plus 3 is 5. Okay, for her, Mary's case 1 plus 2 plus 1. So this is also 5. So Mary's mean score is this, what I have written here. I can write in terms of frequency. I club them and then I write like this. So I get 42 by 5. Okay, just pause it, go through it. Okay, so that's why I am now showing in PowerPoint and slowly I am going line by line. So that you can follow it. And then similarly for Hari also, the 4 is 1 time, 7 is 1 time, and 10 is 3 times. These are the frequencies. So frequency, this is summation, this plus this plus this. So again I can write this is the frequency times xi. I here goes from 1 to 3. 1, 2, 3. So sum of all this 1, F1 is 1, F2 is 1, F3 is 3. Okay. So you have 41 by 5. So this is a short form of writing it. This will be, in higher class we will require such kind of formulas. Okay. So median, first arrange the data in ascending order, then it is the value of the middlemost observation. Okay. So if n is an odd number, then the median is the value of the n plus 1 divided by 2th observation. That means suppose if you have 11 data point, so you add 11 plus 1, n plus 1. That is 12, 12 by 2, 6 data point. 5 data point will be below the median and 5 data point will be above the median. So 5 plus 5, 10, and the medial one is the median. So if n is an even number, then the median is mean value of n by 2th and n by 2 plus 1. That is, if suppose you have a 10 data point, then you take the 5th data point, 10 by 2 is 5, and then take the 6th data point. So now you have 4 below, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. So 5 and 6 you take it, 5th point and the 6th data point, and divide by 2, that is the median. Okay, is obvious. So what is the mode? Mode is the most frequently occurring observation. So now we will talk about measures of central tendency. What we have described so far, it has this mean, median, and mode. This is called the measure of central tendency. So these quantities, mean, median, and mode, tells you the tendencies of the data which you have collected. So if the distribution of the data, suppose this is x-axis and you plot the frequencies, and if these are called the normal distribution. So if it is means same, both are left hand side, it has some kind of a symmetry. So your mean, median and mode will be same. And if you have a left skewed, this is left side, it is skewed histograms, then mode will be here, median will be less than the mode, and mean will be less than the median. This is how general the tendencies are. That's why it is called the center tendencies. And if it is right skewed, then the tendency will be, mode will be here, median will be higher than the mode, and mean will be higher than the median. So let us find mean and median in a weight of students in class from histogram. Okay, so you have not been given data, but you have been given histogram. So these are the frequency. This is weight of a student in pounds. So in this class range, you have 3 students. Okay, that is, this is 100 and 125. So 25. So this side is 100 minus 12.5 and 100 plus, this line is 100 plus 12.5. Okay. So like here 125 plus 12.5 is 137.5. So this is a histogram given to you. Histogram contains what? Equal bases of rectangle class interval of 25 pounds. As I said, this is 25 pounds. From here to here is 25 pounds. And frequency height of a rectangle are 3, 7, 8, 10, 1, 1. Okay. And total number of student is, then sum of all the frequencies, 3 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus, that is 30. And total weight of all the student is, now you have to know this is the area under this curve. There is 3 into 100. 7 student have in this range 125. 8 student have in this range. Okay, 150 is the middle point. Similarly, if you add all of them, 10 into 175, then 1 into 200, 1 into 225. You have 550 pounds total. So mean weight will be of, you take the total and divide by 30, you get 151.66, that is 151.67 pounds. Okay, I have rounded it. So if this decimal place is more than 5, I can terminate this as calling it 0.67. Or if the this decimal place would have been less than 5, I could have just kept it 6. So the total area under the histogram is, you write, this is your base into height. Okay, base is 25 into 3, then 25 into 7, plus 25 into 8, 25 into 10, 1 into 25, it is 750. So the total area under this histogram is 750. So for median, we want the value with area 375. So this total area is 750. So I want a position where area in this, I want to know the position where area is 375 this side and 375 area is this side. So right of the median and 375 to the left of the median. So I know area of the first 2 boxes, 3 into this height 3 into 25, and this is 25 into 7, that is 250. So definitely median doesn't lie, okay, in these 2 boxes. And the area of the first 3 boxes is 450. So that means definitely it is somewhere in the 3rd box. And what is this? I have got 450. This is too much. So I want 375. So 375 minus this 2 box is 125. So I want extra 125 here in this. So how do I find this 125? The remaining area required is 125. That is x times 8. Okay. So I want this the base I will adjust in such a way that x times 8 will give me 125. So 125 is x into 8. So x is equal to 125. So is 15.625. So if it is, so x is 15.625, and I know here this is 150 minus 12.137. This 3rd box starts here. So I add this 15.625 here. So I know the 3rd box begins at 137.5. So the median is 137.5 plus this x, that is 15.6. So the median is 153.125 pound. Okay. And one can increase the resolution by reducing the size of the base of the. So if you want to increase the resolution, this is then you reduce the size of the box. And of course mode is somewhere 175. That is the mode. maximum frequency. I always take the summary from your book so that you know that we have covered the chapter. The first point, facts or figures collected with a definite purpose are called data, which I have said. Statistics is the area of study dealing with presentation, analysis and interpretation of data. How data can be presented graphically in the form of bar graph, histograms and frequency polygon. We have discussed all this. The three measures of central tendency of ungrouped data are mean. I have shown you this formula. I don't want to repeat again. Median, if it is odd, n plus 1 divided by 2th observation. You first place it in an ascending order. Okay. Here they should have written place it in ascending order and then you take this data point, the median point, that is. And if it is even, then you take, suppose as I said, you have 10 number of data point. So 5th data point and the 6th data point, 5 plus 1 is 6, because you have 4 above and 4 below. 1, 2, 3, 4 is above. Then 5, 6 you are taking it for finding the mean. Then 7, 8, 9, 10 again 4 data points. So somewhere between 5th data point and 6th data point is the median. And mode is the most frequently occurring observation. Thank you. We have covered almost statistics part of your textbook. Of course, more you will learn in higher classes. So this is much is enough for you for class 9. And I would like to tell, if 10th standard students are listening to this talk, they should go through all my talks, because 10th standard is just a little extension of the 9th standard. If you know the 9th standard, 10th standard portion will become very easy to you. Okay, thank you. See you in the next lecture.